What's up, guys? Game Awards voting has started, the nominations are revealed, and I will be voting for game for all of the awards as somebody who actually plays games. Now, a lot of people vote for these and they've only played like one or two games that have been nominated for Game of the Year, and then they have their biases in voting. I'm someone who actually plays most games and have non biased opinions. So, let's get into this. I will make the objective votes for each category, totally no bias at all. And also, I have not been spoiled on the what has been nominated here, so I'm going to be going through and seeing these for the first time. We're going to be going in reverse order because for some reason the first one is Game of the Year. Obviously, we want to do that one last. So, starting off with Best Esports Team, these esports categories are usually at the bottom. Yeah, let's just get into it. I don't really know any of these teams. Besides Team Liquid, I know of their existence. So, low-key, I'm just going to vote them just because I know who they are. But we can get past these esports categories. Next up, Best Esports at Kakaru? Whoa, Mena too? Oh, shoot. Wait, FGC noms? Have there ever been FGC noms before? I don't think there has. Valorant, League, Valorant, Counter-Strike. 2 FGC noms, dude. Hold up. Wait, I didn't think... Like, Street Fighter is big in Japan now, but it's definitely not as big as, like, the big esport games. That's actually surprising. Of course, the 1 year there's actual FGC noms, there has to be 2 of them, so now I can't choose. Okay, Kakaru or Mena, bro. I want to pick Mena, but Kakaru is retiring. I think he deserves the win. Mena can get the win later, hopefully. I'm cheering for both, but like, I don't know if either of them's gonna win though, because it's the type of thing where they're gonna get nominated, but there's no way they're actually gonna win. But if Kakaru wins, I'm gonna be so happy. I'm voting for Kakaru. That's crazy. FGC noms? Best esports game. Okay, and then Street Fighter 6 isn't nominated for this. With how much bigger Street Fighter 6 is getting, it honestly should be, but whatever, man. Counter-Strike, Dota, League, mobile game, Valorant. Bro, I legit don't follow any of these games. Bruh, I'm just gonna vote League. Whatever, man. Let's get past this esports stuff. But the FGC noms, that's content. Moist Critical? Really? Kai Sanat? Don't know who that is. VTuber. The Burnt Peanut? What? Who is that? I have no idea who that is. That looks like an interesting creator, but Moist Critical nominated. That's actually crazy. Streamer or content creator who has made an important and positive impact in the community. I mean, I don't really know much about how much like impact he's made, but like he's definitely like the person I watch the most out of these people. So I'm voting him. I think that'd be cool if he wins. All right, next up, most anticipated game. Okay, like let's just be honest here. Street Fighter. GTA 6 is winning this no matter what. Like there's literally no competition that GTA 6 is not winning this. 007, Wolverine, Resident Evil, Witcher 4. Out of these games, the one I'm looking forward to the most is Resident Evil, so I'm going to vote that. But, like, let's be honest here. There's no way GTA 6 is not winning this. It won every single year, is nominated for most anticipated. Alright. An error? Hold up. Sorry, guys, there's an error. I have to refresh. I had all the tabs open beforehand, so it wouldn't have any errors like this, but I guess that still happens. Okay, wait. What's after most anticipated? Best adaptation. Okay. Best adaptation, Minecraft, DMC, Splinter Cell, Last of Us 2, Until Dawn. I'm going to be completely honest here. All of these are trash. I have not seen Splinter Cell. I have not seen Until Dawn, but I heard that it was like Not even the good adaptation. It was kind of just a standard horror movie that didn't really have much to do with the game at all. So I don't know, man. Minecraft movie, it was obviously like one of the biggest movies of the year, but like objectively the movie is not good, dude. Devil May Cry I heard was okay. So I'm going to vote that. Last of Us Season 2, I watched that. As someone who actually likes Last of Us 2, Part 2, the Season 2 adaptation was so trash. They messed up everything. I'm absolutely not voting that. I guess I'll vote DMC. Even if it wasn't the best thing in the world. I think it probably is the best out of all of those. Alright, now we got Best Multiplayer. Oh, Split Fiction is going to win that. Night Ring. Oh, actually, never mind. Peak is probably going to win. Arc Raiders, I've heard was good. Battlefield 6, I heard was good. These are all good, yeah. Like, my personal pick, I'd vote Split Fiction to win this. It Takes Two won the year that it came out, bro. I think Split Fiction, it's either Split Fiction or Peak is going to win. I've heard Arc Raiders is really good, but I haven't, like, actually seen how well it's been reviewing. I'm just going to vote Split Fiction. Alright, next we have Best Sports Racing. Okay. So we have like standard sports games, and then we have Mario Kart and Sonic Racing. I'm gonna vote Mario Kart, even though the game isn't the greatest thing in the world. It lacks content or whatever. This is the only game here that, like, I would vote Sonic Racing, but I've seen gameplay of that game. Some people glaze this game to death. But I'm gonna be real, I don't see it, bro. It looks like a standard kart racer, my guy. It's no Mario Kart. Best Sim Strategy. Oh, FF Tactics. Jurassic World. Wait a minute. There's an extra one down here? Have I missed extra ones? Hold up, no extra one. Okay, sorry, I'm just making sure that I'm not missing like an extra 6 one that is apparently below any of these categories. Oh, there was... I don't know that guy, though. Okay, no. We're good. Alright, where was I? I was here. Best Sim Strategy game. I don't really know any of these games besides FF Tactics. I'm gonna vote that because Tactics is great. I have played FF Tactics. I have not played the remake, but you know, it's a remake. It's gonna be just as good as the original game. This Tactics is so good. I'm definitely voting that. Best Family. Okay, best Nintendo game. Never mind, Nintendo didn't sweep this year. Like, Donkey Kong is like the best Nintendo game this year, but like Best Family makes me think of like best like couch co-op family game, and that's not really... It does have a 2-player mode, but it's not like the focus of the game. Mario Kart is definitely like a family game. Split Fiction too, huh? You know what? I'm still gonna vote Donkey Kong because I'm I'm voting based off how good the game is, not how good a family game. Best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. Yep. Best fighting game for best game design, primarily around head-to-head combat. Definitely not Mortal Kombat. Virtual 5 Revo? Nah, bro. Capcom Fighting Collection? Alright, it's either 2XKO or Fatal Fury. I'm definitely going 2XKO. That deserves a win over Fatal Fury. Like, Fatal Fury isn't... Whoa, what was going on there? Fatal Fury wasn't bad, but there's some things about the game where it's like, what are we doing, bro? 2XKO, probably the biggest fighting game release. Best RPG. Ooh, we already know what is winning this, and there's literally no competition here. Expedition 33 was just... You know, it's probably going to win Game of the Year, bro. Like, it just probably is, and there's no way it's not winning this category. It's definitely winning Best RPG. Like, come on. No competition there. People will say Kingdom Come, but, like, I think people are glazing that game too much. I'm gonna be real. Best Action Adventure. I know what I'm voting here. Silksong. If you don't know, Silksong is my personal favorite game this year. is my personal game of the year choice. And out of these games, Death Stranding 2 is really good, I know. Ghost of Yotei I know is really good. Indiana Jones Split Fiction is obviously incredible. But if you haven't played Silksong, bro, like just peak game design. Just everything about the game is just perfect. One of my new favorite games of all time. Silksong is I think Silksong is definitely going to win this category at least. If it doesn't win Game of the Year, it's definitely winning this category. I'm voting that, bro. Best action game. Oh, Hades 2. Ninja Gaiden 4, Shinobi, Doom, Battlefield 6. Okay. This is another one where it's like, we all know Hades 2 is going to win this. There's no way Hades 2 doesn't win this category. But I am one of the few people that played Shinobi Art of Vengeance. This game is incredible. Genuinely incredible. And this game kind of flew under the radar because it came out at a time when a bunch of other games are coming out. Even games similar to it. But if you haven't played this game, bro, like, nah. Like, Sega's doing this thing where they're reviving their old franchises. And this is one of them. And this game is genuinely so freaking good. So good. I'm voting this. Hades 2 Hades 2 is the better game. But, like, this game deserves something, bro. Shinobi was incredible. Alright, next one. Oh, another error. Alright, let me refresh real quick. What was this? After best action? Alright, what's after best action is best VR. Okay. Now, here's the thing. I don't play VR games. Alien, Rogue, Arcane Age, Ghost Town, Deadpool. I have heard about the Deadpool game, and I have also seen Midnight Walk. I want to play Midnight Walk because it's not just a VR game. The game looks really good. I'm gonna vote that. I'm gonna vote that because that game looks like, you know, a lot of effort was put into it and stuff. Best mobile game. Oh my gosh, dude. Persona 5 Phantom X, Sonic Rumble. No, not the horse racing game. Wuthering Waves. Bro, I don't want to vote here. I genuinely don't want to vote. Now, if I had to vote, maybe I would go with Phantom X, but I haven't actually played the game. I'm just a fan of the Persona games. But this game is like so unbelievably trash. So trash. I'm not, you know what? I'm legit not voting here. I'm actually not voting here because I don't feel comfortable voting for any of these games, supporting any of these games. Get out of here, bro. Nah. Best debut indie game. They're counting Expedition as a... Oh, shoot. No, that's gonna mess up everything. They're counting Expedition as an indie game, dude. It makes sense because it kind of is an indie game, but like, oh no. This is gonna win everything. This is genuinely gonna win everything, dude. Blueprints was incredible. Dispatch, I've heard, was... This is their first game? I thought they made games before Dispatch. Mega Bonk, I've heard, was good. I don't know what this is. I want to vote Blueprints because this game is incredible. But, like, the thing is that Expedition is going to win this. You know what? Because I know that Expedition is absolutely going to win this, Dispatch is a good pick, though. But I'm going to vote Blueprints because this game deserves to win something, dude. But, of course, it's going to be head-to-head against freaking Expedition. Again, I'm not saying Expedition was a bad game. I played it. It's my, I'd probably say, third favorite game that came out this year. The game is genuinely incredible. Genuinely incredible. It's just not my personal pick for Game of the Year. But I think the game absolutely deserves, like, all the praise that it's going to get. And it deserves Game of the Year, too, at that. Best indie game in general. Okay, for a second, I thought Silksong wasn't here. Nah, okay. For a second, I thought Silksong wasn't here, and I was going to flip my freaking... No. I'm voting Silksong here. Yeah, I'll vote Blueprints for best debut. I think Expedition. The thing is, Expedition, Hades 2, and Silksong are like the top 3 candidates for like winning game of the year, and they're all in the indie game category. That's insane, dude. Oh, that's insane. I've heard Absolem was really good. I want to play this game actually. Ball Pit, I've heard a lot about. I'm like, come on, bro. Silksong was just too incredible of a game. Best community support. Baldur's Gate still here. FF14. Fortnite, Helldivers, No Man's Sky. I'm either going to go Baldur's Gate or FF14. I don't personally play FF14, but I usually vote it for this category just because like I'm a Final Fantasy fan in general. I just don't play FF14. But I'm going to go Baldur's Gate. I know this game is still alive. Best ongoing. Okay, wait. How is this different? A game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness in social media activity in game. Okay, yeah. Game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. So this is the actual devs updating the game. Okay. For this, I'm just gonna go Marvel Rivals because that game. The amount of good stuff that they're implementing in that game, like they could totally go the route of like siphoning money out of players, and they are kind of going that route, but it's the type of thing where they could be going like full force on that, but they're choosing not to because they respect the players. So I'm definitely going that. Games for impact. Why is Silent Hill F not here? How is Silent Hill not an impact game? That's insane. I haven't heard of any of these games. Usually this category I never actually hear about any of these games. I know it's like specific like I know what games for impact means. Thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. How is that not Silent Hill? Like, is Games for Impact only allowed to be like indie games? Nah, dude. Silent Hill like literally embodies that. Silent Hill would win this if it was nominated. How is it not nominated? How is it not a game for impact? That's so stupid, dude. Come on. I'm gonna vote this because I saw this in another category, but whatever, man. Innovation in accessibility. I have no idea, bro. I don't pay attention to first of all, I haven't played any of these games, and I also don't really pay attention to accessibility options. So I'm just gonna vote Doom because why not? Why not? Next up, we have best performance. Oh. Okay. Oh no, this is hard. This is probably the hardest category. What? No way. Hold up. I have to look up something real quick. It's a Jennifer English, right? She plays Mael? Yep, it is Jennifer English. That's who I thought. How is... Oh, never mind. I'm such an idiot. I literally looked up who played Mael in Expedition because I thought I didn't see Jennifer English here. And I was like, there's no way that she didn't get nominated. But no, she's literally right here. Expedition has 3 nominations. Ben Starr makes sense. Jennifer English makes sense. Charlie Cox. Okay. That makes sense. I would absolutely vote Ben Starr and Jennifer. I would maybe leave out Charlie Cox. I know that Ghost of Yotei actor is really good. Troy Baker and Indiana Jones. You literally see the Last of Us stuff behind him, dude. Like, I love Troy Baker to death, but I am not voting him for freaking Indiana Jones, dude. Get out of here. So, this is the hardest category for me. This is genuinely the hardest category. Because Jennifer English as Mael in Expedition was one of the freaking best acting performances I've ever seen in my life. So was Charlie Cox. The only reason why I don't really feel like voting for him is because, like, I guess you would hate me for saying it, but he wasn't in most of the game. He was in the first third of the game, and then the rest of the game he's not in. You know, he wasn't as like present as a character. Ben Starr as I almost said Clive, but Verso. Performance was incredible, especially towards the end game. See, here's the thing. Going into this, I knew that Ben Starr was going to be nominated, right? There's no way he wasn't. And the reason why I want to vote him is not entirely because of his performance as Verso. Now, I'm not saying his performance as Verso was bad. It was literally incredible. The reason why I want to vote him is because he got snubbed the 1 year that FF16 came out. I think that was the same year that Baldur's Gate won. His performance as Clive in FF16 is one of the best performances in a video game of literally of all time, ever. And he got snubbed out of that for that one Baldur's Gate actor, dude. And I want to vote Ben Starr because I want him to win this, because he deserves a win, because he absolutely got snubbed for not winning for Clive in FF16. But I said this was going to be a non-biased voting. Konatsu Kato, Silent Hill F. Here's the thing. Who's actually going to win this category? It's either going to be Jennifer English or Ben Starr. One of them two is going to win. Right? But one of them two is going to win. Who's going to win? I actually don't know. Mael and Verso are like equally like fantastic performances. But I have bias, dude. You can't get past my bias. Silent Hill F was too good of a game. And her performance as Hinako was like life-changing. Life-changing, dude. I know I'm a Silent Hill F glazer, but like, oh my gosh, dude. Like, nah. If she wins this, I will probably pop off the hardest I will ever pop off in my entire life. That will be, if she wins this over Jennifer English and Ben Starr, that's crazy. If Ben Starr wins this, I'll be happy. Jennifer English, any of those three wins it, I'll be happy. If Charlie Cox wins it, I'll be kind of confused. Okay, I know her performance was great, but she honestly doesn't have a chance compared to these other people. And Troy Baker, like, I love you, but Indiana Jones, bro, nah, like, get out of here. Best audio design, oh my gosh, here we go. Expedition. Okay, I'm gonna be real. The audio design in Expedition doesn't really stand out to me, right? It's like the music in the game obviously stands out so much, but like I guess the audio design sound effects, it's like, oh yeah, obviously like the parry sound effects are satisfying, all that stuff. Audio design in the game wasn't that crazy, I guess. So I'm not voting that. I'm not voting that. Death Stranding 2, I know the audio design in this game is crazy, dude. This is the type of game where, like, yeah. Ghost of Yotei I haven't played, but I'm sure I know that's great. But my bias is also showing through again. Here's the thing. Silent Hill F, they use some stock sound effects in this freaking game. They use the standard pop breaking sound effect. They use the literal vine boom sound effect at one point. Besides those specific instances where they for some reason used stupid like ultra basic stock sound effects that are used in everything. Other than that, the sound design, the actual new sound design in this game, I can't even describe how mind blowing it is. It's amazing. It's amazing. They. Hmm. I'm trying to think because those stock sound effects really got me and like making me think the sound design isn't the best. But like, I'll be happy if Silent Hill F wins like literally any awards here. So I'm sorry, my bias. I said this wouldn't be biased, but when we're talking about specifically Silent Hill, I cannot not be biased. Best score in music, Silent Hill isn't here. I would definitely trade Silent Hill being voted for best soundtrack over being voted for best audio design, dude. Like, come on. That being said, this is actually difficult. It's between Expedition and Silksong. Christopher Larkin. Here's the thing. It kind of comes down to what game do I think is going to win this category. I think Expedition 33 has a 99.9% chance of winning this award for best music. Like, there's no way it doesn't win. The music in this game is genuinely incredible. I have biased. Silksong OST. I'm surprised it got nominated. I feel like this would have been one of the times when it got like snubbed or like people didn't realize how good the soundtrack to this game is. But the soundtrack to this game is so good. It's so good. It's obviously not like crazy up like ultra epic orchestrated boss music like in Expedition 33, but like the atmospheric music in this game. You listen to Coral Chambers' theme, dude. Oh my gosh. The soundtrack in this game is incredible. I know DS2 soundtrack was great. Ghost of Yotei, I'm sure, was great. Hades 2, obviously. Here, why is it glitching out, bro? Like, here's the thing. Expedition is absolutely going to take this home. But I got to show my bias through. If Silksong wins this, I'll be ecstatic. Best art direction. This is the maddest I've been in my entire life. This is the maddest I've been in my entire life. I'm not even joking. How was Silent Hill not nominated for this? What? Outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Artistic design. How is Silent Hill not nominated for this? If Silent Hill had to be nominated for one award out of all of these awards, this would be the one I would pick. Are you kidding me? Have they not played the game? That's insane, dude. Why is okay, I'm gonna be real. Why is Hades 2 here? I'm not saying the art direction in this game is bad, but like, it's Hades 1, dude. Silksong, I might have to vote that because I'm biased, but how is Silent Hill not here, dude? I understand Ghost of Yotei. It's this whole cinematic, like, oh, black bars on the top and bottom. It looks like a movie. It looks so beautiful, all the colors and stuff. DS2, okay, DS2 obviously should be here. If you see gameplay of that game, it's the art design in this game is genuinely crazy. I actually am predicting that this game is gonna win this award. I think DS2 will actually win Best Art Direction because the art direction in this game is insane. It's also insane in Expedition. I won't lie. Why is Hades 2 here though? Like, the art style in this game is crazy, but it's the same art style as Hades 1. And the game looks great. I'm not denying the game like looks incredible, but like it's I don't know how to describe it. Like, I just don't understand why Silent Hill isn't here. Have they played that game? The art direction in that game is like one of the best parts of that game. It's insane. Oh my gosh, dude. What do I vote here? Do I just vote Silksong, bro? What do I think of what out of these games do I think objectively has best art design? I think it's either DS2. It's either DS2 or Expedition. Okay. Oh man, it's either DS2 or Expedition. I think I'm trying to remember Expedition, bro. It's been kind of a while since I've played it. I mean, literally less than a year ago, yeah, but like I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Best narrative? Okay, thank goodness. I forgot about best narrative as a category. If Silent Hill F wasn't nominated for this as well, I would have flipped my head off. I'm still genuinely like think it's insane how it's not nominated for best art direction. That's just absolutely insane to me. It absolutely should be in that category. But look at that. This is Silksong. Okay. They took out Hades 2. I respect that. Kingdom Come, I didn't even know this game had a story. Like, are you kidding me? First of all, before I talk about this, I absolutely know what I'm voting for this category. But this might be a hot take, but low-key Silksong should be here. It should be here. What do I think is actually going to win this category? It's either going to be Expedition or Death Stranding. It's going to be one of those two. Why is Ghost of Yotei here? Again, I'm not trying to downplay Ghost of Yotei, but like literally the story in this game is literally just a revenge plot. It's a vengeance plot. That's all it is. That's literally all it is. Okay, that's not all it is, but for like 90% of it, that's what it is. Are you insane? Why is this nominated here? There's so many other good story games, like best narratives, than Ghost of Yotei, revenge plot number 2071. I'm not saying the story in Ghost of Yotei was bad. I'm just saying that it was basic. It did what it needed to do, but I think it being nominated for best narrative of the year is insane. Again, I didn't even know Kingdom Come even had a story to it. Low-key Silksong should be here. Here's the thing. Elden Ring I remember this. Elden Ring got nominated for best narrative. In that game, if you played Elden Ring, it's like it has a narrative, but it's like the type of narrative where it's told through the world building. It's like you have to like seek out all the lore to like understand everything. Silksong is the same way, except it's 10 times better. The story in Silksong. Why is it not nominated? If Elden Ring gets nominated for best narrative, how is Silksong like people? Oh my gosh. Did the critics? Let me guess. The critics finished Act 2 of Silksong and they thought the game was over. They rolled credits and they're like, "Oh, the game's over. Time to submit my review for the game. I finished it." Insane. Silksong should be here, but I'm voting Silent Hill. I'm voting Silent Hill because if you've played this game, here's the thing. Everybody's going to be like, "Oh, it's either Expedition or Death Stranding. Oh, one of these two." If you've played Silent Hill F, then what can I say? Like, you know the narrative in this game is genuinely insane. I think it should absolutely win that category. Best Game Direction. Why is Silksong not here? Why? Outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. See, people will probably say, "Nah, this is insane. Why is Ghost of Yotei here?" Innovation in game direction and design, right? So people are going to say, "Oh, Silksong's not here because it's like Hollow Knight sequel, like innovation." Then why is Hades 2 here? Why is Ghost of Yotei here? Ghost of Yotei was just Tsushima, but again. Hades 2 was just Hades, 1, but like better. Obviously, they made a bunch of quality of life changes since Hades 1. The game is just better Hades 1, but it's still like Hades game. It's still a Hades game. How is Silksong not here? That's crazy, dude. Split Fiction is here. Whatever, man. Best game direction. All right, this is either Expedition or Death Stranding. Outstanding creative. I think Death Stranding might win this because of the Kojima glaze, but like you have to also be real and just say that Kojima is a great director. Like we just have to be real here. Best outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction design. Okay. As someone who's played Expedition and knows like all the behind the scenes behind the development of this game, I think this actually absolutely deserves best game direction. Definitely. All right. The next category we have Game of the Year, 6 noms. Now, I said I wasn't spoiled on any of the categories, and I wasn't lying. The only one I was lying about was Game of the Year. I did already see what the Game of the Year noms were, but I didn't see any of the other categories. What do I think of these Game of the Year noms? I personally thought Split Fiction was going to be here instead of Kingdom Come. I thought people were glazing Kingdom Come. I still think they are, but let's just not talk about that. Donkey Kong Bonanza was incredible. I voted it once for Best Family. That's probably the only award it can get. Hades 2 is great. I'm just going to talk about all of them. Donkey Kong Bonanza, again, there's no chance this game wins Game of the Year, but I'm glad it got nominated. I think this game is very similar to Astrobot in the sense that it's just purely a fun game and that's it. And that's all games really need to be honest. They obviously can be a lot more than that. But at the minimum, a game needs to be fun. And this game is basically Astrobot in the sense that just like interacting with everything in the world is just so like satisfying and fun. Like, and Astrobot won Game of the Year too. So, but I don't think this is going to win with the amount of competition it has. Death Stranding 2 was incredible. I think it's definitely going to win a few other awards. I don't think it's winning Game of the Year. Because there were 3 other juggernauts this year. Kingdom Come. People are glazing this game. This game has no chance of winning Game of the Year. I'm sorry. Maybe it'll win. I actually don't even know if it'll win any other awards. Maybe it'll win at least one. I don't know. But I'm sorry to fans of this game, but we can just skip talking about that one. The biggest 3 contenders for Game of the Year, in my opinion, are Expedition, Hades 2, and Silksong. These are the 3 that I think have a chance of winning Game of the Year. Which do I think has the biggest chance? Expedition. I think Expedition is most likely going to win Game of the Year. Hades 2 has a chance because of how highly the game got reviewed, how insanely high the game got reviewed. I think Expedition has a 93 on Metacritic right now. Silksong has a 91, I think. Hades 2 has a 95. It's one of the like highest rated games of all time now, just in general. I think the amount of good reviews this game got is insane. Just genuinely insane. I think this game only, like has a chance literally just because of how highly it got rated by critics. Like it's just insane. Silksong I think has a chance just because of how big this game is, how incredible the game is. If you don't look at stupid critics who downplay the game because it was too difficult for them. Oh my gosh, like don't even get me started on this rant of like, oh, the only negative of part of the game was the difficulty. Shut up, get good. The game wasn't that hard, bro. It was literally the perfect level of difficulty. Silksong I think is a masterpiece, 10 out of 10 game. Expedition I think is a 9.5 out of 10 in my opinion. There's some minor things that I had like minor nitpicks, minor gripes with the game. But that's it. Other than that, just overall game was incredible. One of the new best RPGs of all time. But people who were saying this game single-handedly revived the RPG genre are kind of like where have you been for the past few years? Like games like freaking Metaphor, dude. Did you play that? Hades 2 is great. I personally think it's kind of a derivative sequel of Hades 1, but I'm not denying the fact that the game is incredible. It improves in like literally every aspect from Hades 1 in terms of like everything. Fantastic game. I'm personally not the biggest fan of roguelites as a genre, but the game was like I can't deny the fact that the game was incredible. If I had if I had to personally pick between these three games, I personally I loved Expedition 33 so much. This game is incredible. I will glaze this game forever. Genuinely, this game is amazing. But it came out the same year that Silksong came out. And Silksong, man, I can't glaze this game enough. Genuinely one of the new best video games of all time, in my opinion. One of my personal favorite games of all time. Genuinely a perfect game. Perfect in every aspect. Again, the only, like, you'll see all the critic reviews of the game as a 91 right now. And in all of the reviews, the only negative they ever list about the game is that the game was too difficult. Oh, it was too difficult for you. Shut up. It wasn't. If you get brick walled at a boss, then you can go back and explore all the areas that you haven't fully explored, get a bunch of upgrades and stuff, go back, and it's going to be much easier. Oh my gosh. And first of all, I don't even understand how you brick wall yourself at a boss in this game, other than maybe the final Act 3 boss. Or maybe Carmelita as well. Carmelita, in my opinion, was like the second hardest boss in the game. Maybe you could get stuck on like Seth or something. I'm trying to think of other bosses you get stuck on. First Sinner, maybe. Oh, I forget. See, here's the thing. People are bad at games. People will complain about the walk back with that one boss in BioWater, and I'm like, dude, you obviously don't explore. You don't play the game, because there's literally a bench really close to that boss rush or boss / gauntlet in BioWater. And just because you didn't find it, it's because you don't explore. You need to explore the game. It's a Metroidvania. If you're playing a Metroidvania and you're not exploring, you're not playing. You don't understand what you're doing. If a Metroidvania better win Game of the Year, an indie Metroidvania, come on, bro. I think its chances of winning are kind of low in comparison to Expedition, but I think Hades 2, Silksong, and Expedition are like the three possible winners for Game of the Year. I don't think Bonanza, DS2, or Kingdom Come have a chance compared to these three like juggernauts. But even then, I think Expedition will just like take over Hades and Silksong, unfortunately. But if Silksong wins again, I will personally pop off extremely hard. I genuinely will pop off if Expedition wins as well, even if it's like completely expected, because again, this game was outstanding, and the way the game was developed by a new studio, this is their first game. They put their all into this game, and it was just this good. It's genuinely incredible. So if this wins, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be mad. I will be mad if Kingdom Come wins though. Like, I won't be. Let's just be honest here. Silksong is the best game that came out this year.